His MVP. That's one. Right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. One swing. Drive. It's tied. Corey Seager smashes the ball down line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. Gone again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Texas Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. The Rangers just have won this ball game, man. 2-0 win over MLB's best, the Detroit Tigers. Let's go, man. Let's go. Oh, that's a great way to start the show. That is a phenomenal way. My bad on the camera. Phenomenal way to start the show. Rangers needed every inning in this one. The offense looking pretty rough there for the first, 7 2/3? My goodness. The first 7 2/3 were rough. Offense was looking super rusty. Looked like they hadn't played a baseball game in about 4 or 5 days or whatever it's been, but you take the win. You take the win. You take Corey Seager being Corey Seager, doing Corey Seager things. Patrick Corbin absolutely shoves tonight. Look, like I said, I'm going to probably repeat myself multiple times before the season's over, barring a Patrick Corbin trade. Can we just stop criticizing, critiquing? Can we just shut up about Patrick Corbin? I have no idea why anybody would not want Patrick Corbin on their team with how he's throwing. But there are Rangers fans out there. It bothers me to no end. But what are you going to say after tonight? What are you going to say after tonight about Patrick Corbin? I don't get it. What are you expecting out of a fifth starter? You're not going to get better than this out of a fifth starter. I'm sorry. You're not going to get the consistency. You're not going to get the level of competency, the level of competitiveness that Patrick Corbin is giving you night in and night out. I do not understand the people that jump on Twitter, keyboard warrior style, every time Patrick Corbin gives up a run. But hey, he didn't give up any tonight. So they didn't quite get the opportunity there, did they? Rangers win this one. I'm going to throw back up the score and everything like that. We'll see what we can go through tonight. But this was a great night to be a Rangers fan. If you were at the game, what a treat. Corey Seager delivers a clutch 2-out RBI double, scores 2 runs. Give some credit to Josh Smith in that inning as well. I know Siegs is going to get a lot of love, but Josh Smith working a walk there, it's a big moment. There's 2 outs. I give Josh Smith a lot of credit for extending that inning. And yes, back to 500. Back to 500. Let's go. Let's go, man. What a game. I'm still coming down from the high of the win right now, y'all. We'll get into the deep dive and the analysis pretty quickly here. But, man, what a dub to start the second half. I am thrilled. And now you win tomorrow and you're going for a sweep against Tarek Skubal on Sunday Night Baseball. I know we said last night, I know not everybody could come, but we did a little second half preview prediction live on the eve of the second half. And I know some people kind of said in so many words, win the first 2 games so you don't have to worry about Sunday night and you're just kind of playing with house money. And with Evo on the mound, I still feel like the Rangers have a pretty good shot. You remember when Skubal pitched against us in the last game, it was a 2-1 ball game. It was close. It's a very, very close ball game. Patrick Corbin actually pitched in that game earlier when Skubal faced us and pretty much went toe-to-toe with Tarek Skubal did Patrick Corbin earlier on in the season in Detroit. And now you get Kumar Rocker. Not sure who Detroit is throwing tomorrow, but you get Kumar Rocker going. Rock had a rough outing before the break, but actually had been pretty solid in his last 5 starts up until his last one. Last start before the All-Star break was a little rough for Kumar, but before that, his past 5 had been really solid, considering he's basically a rookie pitcher pitching in his first full-length season in his career. We keep going. Going to get to all your comments in just a second. I'll stop. I got a couple more points. You're probably going to cover them for me along the way, but first of all, here at Right on Rangers, we cover everything Texas sports. Put a big emphasis on the Rangers during the MLB season. Want to say a special thank you for supporting the show and choosing Right on Rangers for all of your Texas Rangers content. Drop a comment, drop a question. Now that the game's over, we should be able to get to quite a few. If I miss it, it's not intentional. Drop it again in the chat, and I will definitely answer as much as I can. Everything is substance, as we like to say. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't followed yet, hit that follow or subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate it. We just hang out, talk ball. Usually during the 8th or 9th inning, I was actually kind of running around to get to the game. It was starting to go pretty quick there. 7th, 8th inning, 9th inning. So we got on literally right as Robert Garcia closed out the game. I know Garcia has had a little bit of an up and down stretch over the past couple of months, but you know, he's very much, I feel like, really, really good or really, really interesting. We'll say interesting to be nice, but it feels like Garcia's coming in and giving you a 1, 2, 3 or pretty close to it, or it is really, really not good quickly. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I feel like it's very hit or miss of late with Robert Garcia. Today was a hit, and we're going to take it. We're going to enjoy it. Rangers get back to 500. When's the last time? Can somebody help me out with this? I'm not going to be able to do it on the live. When's the last time we were at 500? When's the last time we were at 500? It feels like it's been a very, very long time. Where's Gio? Gio's the stats guy on the YouTube side, man. If anybody else knows, drop it. Last time we were at 500, what was the date? It's got to be like probably April, May. I don't feel like we were over 500 or at 500 at any point in June. It's got to be like May or April. All right, let's keep going. Appreciate everybody. John, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Austin, Brian, all you guys, thank you so much. MLB channel, yes, sir. Great win. McJower's in the house. 500, baby. Let's see. Yeah, look, it was a great home run derby win. Outstanding. You know, I predicted it when I was a kid, and it finally came true. It was a great moment, man. Home run derby champ. What can I say? It was a great first half, and I'm in the MVP race right now as well. If you don't get it, the Cal Raleigh comps come in just about every show. So, hey, we might as well play along. I'm happy to be compared to a guy who's leading the MVP race, making millions, winning the home run derby. Not a bad life. We keep going. Kumar Rocker versus Montero tomorrow. Okay, thank you for that, Evan. Appreciate you. We'll see. I don't know much about Montero. I'll have to look at the numbers. We'll preview Kumar's start at the end of the show today. Obviously, we'll clean up, put a bow on this game, but we'll do a little preview. Montero versus Kumar Rocker. Should be good. Locked, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. June 15th, really? I could have sworn it would have been May. June 15th is the last time we were at 500. Watch out, the A's are coming. I got to be honest, I ain't worried about the A's right now. But the A's do come to town, I believe, right after the Tigers. I think it goes Tigers, A's, Braves, our next 3 in this homestand. All right, here we go. 4.02 ERA for Montero in 62 innings. Yeah, Brian, agreed, man. I would have, if you would have made me bet real money, I would have said probably May, maybe even late April last time we were at 500. June 15th feels generous. Awful generous. Hey, Jack, what's good, my guy? Yeah, look, the game flew by in the late innings. Felt like the first 3 innings went pretty quick as well. I don't know what the time was on this game, but man. Hey, Jamie, appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I gotta say, y'all, this start, this win, it's exactly what Texas needed. Last thing you wanted was an L similar to what we've seen really in a lot of the first half. It's one of the things that I had written down that I kind of circled during this game. Just for momentum's sake, you really didn't want this game to end up a 2-1 loss, a 1-0 loss, and the offense being what it is. Corey Seager's big hit obviously covers a multitude of sins tonight, but that would have been the worst case scenario. I know it's just one game, but you really felt like Texas needed to come out strong tonight with a statement win, and they did that. And now you can focus on the last 2 games of the series. You guys have heard me say this time and time again. Every first game win that you can get in a series, whether it's a 4-game, a 3-game, obviously a 2-game, it's huge. And this isn't rocket science. It's anything groundbreaking by any means. But especially with Tarek Skubal looming on Sunday, I still say I feel pretty good about our chances in that game. Skubal definitely has been very, very good this year, but we talked about it on the show last night. Skubal, his last 4 starts, 2 of them, he's given up 4 earned runs. So over his last 4 starts, he's given up 8 earned runs. That's still pretty good. Still pretty dang good. But he has been hit around a little bit of late. The A's hit him around. The Mariners hit him around. So I think going into that game, Evo, if we especially have 2 games in our pocket, 2 wins tonight, and then if we can win tomorrow, that would be incredible. It's going to be a great atmosphere on Sunday night. If you can go, I would highly recommend it. That's definitely a game I'd be going to. We swept the Blue Jays and got to 34-34. Wow. And 36-36 after a win against Chicago as well. Okay, man. Rangers win in under 2.5 hours is goated for sure. I'm a big fan of the pitch clock. I know that some of y'all probably don't like it. I'm a big fan of the pitch clock. I said from the get-go, the urgency that it brings, just the pacing, it just is going to make the game a ton better, and I really think it has. Clearly on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night on the weekend, the timing didn't matter as much. But when you had games on a Monday, Tuesday night going 3.5 hours, that just was not great for the game. I know the purists and I know the old school crowd is definitely maybe more of a fan of the way it used to be. But I would consider myself to be a little bit more old school, honestly, myself. But I've loved the pitch clock. That's great. Keep going. Let me go to TikTok. We got some NFL trash talk going on already. Yes, sir. Here we go. Hey, enjoy the championship. We got some Eagles fans clapping back. A lot of y'all know I cover the Cowboys during the NFL season and cover the Texas Longhorns as well during the college football season, man. So, hey, Mo Peasy, enjoy the championship, man. We'll see how y'all do with the first place schedule and all that good stuff. Should be fun, man. We're going to heat up with NFL pretty quickly here. Why is Big Dumper wearing a Rangers hat? Man, you know what? I finally got smart. I realized the best team in the West is the Rangers. It's just kind of a night gig, though, so keep it on the down low, man. I'm just moonlighting as a Rangers podcaster. I drop bombs, hit dingers, win home run derbies during the day, but late night we do Rangers podcasts. Austin, man. Hey, you know what? Texas Tech, it is crazy. You'll appreciate this, Austin, because this is actually a good Texas Tech memory. I actually really used to like Texas Tech a lot more, and they're not really a team that I hate per se. That's reserved for, that team a little bit east of Austin. I don't think I need to say a whole lot more. But look, ever since that Crabtree, Graham Harrell game against Colt McCoy, Blake Gideon fumbling the ball through his hands, easy interception would have ended the game. Ever since that whole scene, I haven't been able to support Texas Tech quite as much. And that goes back about 17 years. That goes back about 17 years, man. Look, Texas Tech, though, if you had to make me cheer for another major college in Texas, I'd probably cheer for them. We keep going here. Hook 'em horns, though, baby. Eddie, hook 'em horns, man. Yes, sir. Chris, sorry about it. Look, the pitching for Detroit was great. Olsen pitched phenomenally tonight. He pitched well. He is definitely impressive. The ERA is now down to the mid-twos for Reese Olsen. I got to give my flowers to him, man. Give him some props. Reese Olsen pitched really, really well tonight for Detroit. I was not expecting that. I mean, look, I didn't think he was going to get lit up, but I didn't think he was going to go 6-7 shutout, whatever he did. Yeah, Siegs, Caleb, yes, sir, super clutch. Super clutch. Seager, I thought that was going to get caught. It just felt like, with Seager this whole season, the vibe has been he smokes it, but it's right at somebody. I thought that was destined for leather. I don't know if any of y'all had that feeling too. When Seager hit that, and I could just kind of see the trajectory, I'm like, just the way Seager's luck has gone this year, I said to myself, that ball's getting caught. And of course, I was thrilled when it didn't. But just as it was hanging in the air, the bad luck that Corey Seager has had this year, I thought to myself, we're about to see some kind of sick web gem, and this inning's going to be over. I was so glad to be wrong. So glad to be wrong, man. Road to 40 wins. Yes, sir, Nate. Good to see you, my guy. Hey, 40-25. That would be ideal. I think 38-27 is what I said. 38-27, 37-28. If you can get to 85 wins, basically, you give yourself a shot. Would it be more ideal to get to 87, to get to 88? 100%. Could you at least get to that 85, 86 win territory? I actually think that is going to be just about good enough to get into the wild card as you look at the AL. You'll have to definitely count on some teams ahead of Texas going down the stretch and losing some ball games, but I think if you can get to that 85, 86 win territory, that could work. Offense was lethargic again today. This is a YouTube comment. I'll keep getting on TikTok. You guys keep them coming, man. And if I miss it, again, copy and paste. Definitely not ducking anything, trying not to ignore. But, it's tough. We got rapid fire coming in, but we're going to get to it. We'll get it done. Do I think that we got hot at the wrong time and the break is not beneficial? Well, Jack, I'll say this. I never really loved the All-Star break right after you win a big series like that against Houston, right? We win this huge series against the Astros, and then you got to go take 4 or 5 days off. Now, these are baseball players. They're creatures of habit. Some guys like the break and do well with the break. Some guys really don't. And I think that there's definitely a little bit of rush showing tonight. You hope that you kind of got through tonight. And look, you won ugly, right? I mean, Seager's hit is beautiful, but you won, for all intents and purposes, a little bit ugly. The offense was bad. Yeah, the pitching was elite. And you guys know I'm never going to shy away from showing some love to the pitching staff. I mean, Corbin was phenomenal. The bullpen was phenomenal. So I know I'm saying win ugly, but I think it's just because of how bad the offense looked at times. Corey Seager, like I said, the big hit, rights a lot of wrongs. But the offense was not great. I'm hoping that they limp through this game, and now you get into some greener pastures on Saturday and Sunday. That's my hope. And you guys know I'm always glass half full here at Right on Rangers. We're going to try to give you guys the positive perspective as much as humanly possible. But I can only hope that they got this one out of their system. Olsen is a pretty good arm. We'll see how they do against Montero tomorrow. I'm not going to have super high expectations for the offense against Skubal. I don't think any of you should either. That probably has a 2-1, 3-2 ball game written all over it. So I wouldn't be, crashing out if the offense doesn't come to play on Sunday against one of the best pitchers in baseball. But that being said, Corey Seager, we went through it on the show last night. Corey Seager's 6 for 9 in his career against Tarek Skubal. Look out. Look out. Hey, my Seager MVP prediction is off to a fairly good start. I said on the show yesterday Don't know if Corey's going to win the MVP. That'd be pretty tough. You would have to have a monster season in the second half to win the MVP. I think he finishes top 3. I don't know if Cal Raleigh is going to be able to hang. There's always usually regression in the second half for catchers, historically speaking. Maybe Cal is an anomaly, but I think Siegs finishes top 3 in MVP voting. And he did well to get that done today with the game-winning RBI in the 8th to give Texas a 2-0 victory. Yeah, I think it's hard to argue this point. This is another TikTok comment from Austin. He says, this is the best team in the AL when hot. They have the talent to be the best in the AL. They really do. Man, it's always going to be debatable. But look, you're playing the best team in the AL right now, record-wise, right? In the Tigers. Rangers won 2 out of 3 against Detroit earlier in the season. And when the Rangers have gone up against any of the juggernauts in the AL, whether it's Houston, New York, whether it's Toronto, whether it is the team we're playing right now, the Tigers, we have really held our ground against every opponent. The Cubs, when we went to Wrigley Field, those games weren't blowouts. Those were close games. The Dodgers games were close games. We played pretty much every elite team that you could think of super close if we haven't won the series outright. So I don't think that this is an out of left field, crazy hot take comment from Austin. This is a really, really good team when they just perform to the expectations that everybody had of them coming into the season. We keep going. I think we have a chance to take the series. Well, 100%. You win the first game, and Caleb, always. Boston was another team. You know, we went and played Boston, and we looked the part. We looked like we could hang. I don't think we've been overwhelmed. Honestly, you know the team that I felt like we looked the most overwhelmed against? Kansas City. Kansas City, I felt like kind of cleaned our clocks low-key when they came in on a 6-game losing streak and beat us all 3 in Arlington. I felt like the Kansas City series was like the most lopsided. I mean, the Tampa Bay series hurt, but we were in every game in Tampa. It was that Royals series for me that felt the most lopsided, and that's saying something. Ton of close games. I think we've been in, wasn't it 30-plus one-run games? I believe it's 30-plus one-run games at this point. We do have a problem playing down to the competition. I agree with that. Love seeing Cody Freeman today. Hey, Cody Freeman reel probably dropping tomorrow morning. Cody Freeman hype reel. I love making these reels for the minor league guys coming up. You guys know I'm a big Alejandro Osuna fan. I'm a big fan of guys getting their first opportunity. So we're going to hype it up tomorrow. Drop a little reel, little minute and a half, 90-second reel on Cody Freeman. Give y'all a little taste of what he's been accomplishing down in AAA and what you can expect from the Rangers infield, outfield. I know he played a little catcher too. He's done a little bit of everything. It's going to be fun, man. I'm excited for that reel to drop. Like I said, whenever these guys get their first shot, it's a big deal. You never know when you are coming up through AAA and you get that first call to the big leagues. You never know when you're going to be back. We all like to say, oh, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. You never know. So, look, when they do come up and get their first opportunity, we got to get behind these guys as much as possible. I really hope Cody comes up and kills it. He's been hitting over 300, around a 900 OPS down in AAA. A lot of good stuff. Had a good season last year, too. I know a lot of Rangers fans have been looking forward to his first opportunity with the big league club. And here we have it, man. And he gets the first run of his major league career. First run of his major league career, man. Yeah, no. I definitely know what you're talking about, Jack. It was a little bit confusing for a second as well. Justin back in the bigs as well. Good for Foscue. That was definitely a move that had to be made with Jake Berger and a couple of other things. Sam Haggerty on the IL. There were some moves that needed to be made. Foscue, I keep telling you guys, and I am cheering for that man so hard. I do not want to see him go back to AAA. unless it's just for some kind of roster transactional move. I don't know. I think this is probably Justin Foskew's last ride with the Rangers organization this year. Unless he really shows you something, I just have a hard time thinking that he is probably going to stick around. And look, I like Foskew a lot. I've definitely followed the career through the minor leagues. I know that when I come down on guys or when I critique, it comes off as negativity. We love all these guys. We love all these guys. A lot of us, the diehards, we've been watching these guys come up through AA and AAA. We want to see them succeed. Who is rooting against these minor league guys? I don't know. But we call a spade a spade. If they're hitting .051 or whatever Justin Foskew was last year, clearly you just got to call a spade, call it out on the carpet. I think this is Foskew's last ride. I really want to see him do well in the opportunities that he gets at first base. So you're not going to see a bigger Justin Foskew fan. Cody Freeman, Alejandro Osuna, big fan of all those guys. We keep going. Appreciate. Hey, common mistake, Matthew. We got another Cal Raleigh comp. These just come left and right, man. I'll fully embrace it. I asked my wife because we were watching the home run derby, and you know what? The wife actually said, I can kind of see it. She's like, he's a little chunkier than you, but she was like, I can kind of see it, actually. I'm like, all right, I guess this is a real thing. If the wife says it's real, then it's real. So, hey, I'm not going to run away from it, fully embracing it. The Cal Raleigh comp, baby. Freeman stats for this year. All right, let's look it up on the live. Like I said, I included all these, jam-packed them all in the reel I'm going to drop tomorrow on Cody Freeman. Cannot wait. Cody Freeman better start tomorrow. Cody Freeman better start tomorrow. I'm about to drop this reel tomorrow morning. He better start tomorrow. Bruce Bochy, if you're listening, get Cody Freeman's butt in the lineup tomorrow, please. All right, let's get Cody's numbers up. So right now, 2025. These are beautiful numbers. I love reading out a slash line like this. Hitting .315 with an .861 OPS, 12 bombs, 54 RBI, 8 stolen bases, 99 hits, and he's played 79 games for AAA Round Rock. OBP at 367. These are all good things that you love to see, man. All good things you love to see. Cody, 24 years of age, throws right, bats right. 5'8", we do. I know there was a joke in the Discord, and I saw it a little bit on X. We got a lot of short kings in the farm and on the club, man. But I'm here for it. Whatever you got to do, look, however it goes, let you play on the field, do the talking. But we do have a lot of short kings in the Rangers organization, man. We really do. I hope he is a righty, Josh Smith. I hope he does. What does the lineup look like versus Skubal without Haggerty? I don't know if I want to know. You guys know how I feel. Like the lefty lineup is not super awesome when a lefty gets thrown against Texas. I don't love it. But we shall see what they decide to throw. I'm assuming Foskew is going to be in the lineup. Rowdy Tellez probably gets the day off against the lefty. So I'm assuming it's going to be Foskew. And I don't know what they're going to do out in the outfield. That is a good question because Osuna's left, Carter's left. That might be a little bit tricky. We'll see what they decide to do there. Might you get Josh Smith potentially playing in the outfield? Because they usually keep Josh Smith for lefties, but then, sorry guys, like I said, garage studio, sometimes you get the flies buzzing around. Might they put Josh Smith in the outfield and just bat him lower in the lineup? I could see that happening. Maybe. We'll see. Rangers are now 8-5 in July. Gio, what's good, man? Good to see you. 8-5 in July. I'll take that. I will take that. What are my thoughts on Jose Ruiz? Of course, you guys know Dane Dunning traded to the Braves for cash considerations and Jose Ruiz. Jose Ruiz, I don't think is really going to make any impact for the team this year at all. I cannot see that happening. Jose Ruiz through 19 games has an 8+, nearly a 9 ERA. That doesn't sound like a guy that we really need to have up on the big league club. The Dane Dunning trade was more about money than anything, financial wiggle room, which, look, for all of y'all that want the Rangers to be buyers, I think, as sad as it is to say goodbye to Dane, you have to be encouraged. The Rangers are clearly trying to create a little bit of room to make some acquisitions. I don't see any other outcome, really, from that trade, any other conclusion that you can draw beyond that. Now, does it mean they're going to go out and make some big, giant splash? I would probably say no. But does it give them some room to add some guys that potentially are making $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 million? Yes. We shall see. But that's how I feel about Jose Ruiz and the trade. I'm going to miss Dane Dunning. Always had a soft spot for Dane, 2023 Rangers Pitcher of the Year. He stepped up big when Jacob deGrom went down. And it's really impressive. I think we got to give CY a little bit of props. I was reading some of Jeff Bates' tweets last night, and so I want to give Jeff a little bit of credit for this thought. It's a great thought on the trade. It's really good on CY that we got what we did out of Dane Dunning. I mean, Dane was outrighted to AAA. He was not claimed by anyone, and we managed to trade him for a pitcher that's thrown in the major leagues this year, and we got Atlanta to send us cash as well. That was, again, a guy that was outrighted, DFA'd. Nobody picked him up in waivers. Pretty good on CY to get even a little bit of value out of Dane Dunning. So let's give him some props. I know there's some people that are raising their eyebrow a little bit at some of the moves CY has made, especially on the offensive side. Let's give him some credit. To get a little bit of value out of Dane Dunning, it's impressive. It's impressive. Josh Young batting .200 with a .511 OPS in Round Rock. Yeah, again, I kind of said this to you guys before the All-Star break. I don't think it is a, dude, you're spending a week down there and we're bringing you right back up. I think Josh is going to have to show the Rangers something. Look, Round Rock is playing right now. Let's check in with Round Rock. Let's see what Round Rock's doing. So right now, we got Hellman leading off in center field. He has got an RBI. Does he have a homer? Michael Hellman went deep tonight for Round Rock. Josh Young currently 0 for 2. Again, .200, .511. He's hitting in the 2-hole. Harris is hitting in the 3-hole. He's 0 for 2, .258. Krim, he's got, looks like an RBI single, 2-out RBI. Good for Blaine. Blaine is hitting .301 with a .926 OPS. I was a little surprised they didn't call up Blaine Krim just with how well he's been hitting the .926 OPS for Blaine. It's impressive. And look, this is awesome, y'all. What am I doing? Round Rock is in Vegas right now. We got to get out to a game. I just figured out what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I got to get my butt out to the Aviator Stadium. It is a beautiful ballpark. We're about to go watch a little Round Rock baseball, I think. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it through the whole game. Y'all know I got some little ones that are not quite 9-inning prepared, 9-inning ready, if you know what I mean. But I'd love to make it out to the stadium for a little bit, man. That would be awesome. I'm going to have to check out what the game times are like for Saturday and Sunday. Here we go again. What am I doing? Usually I've always got a notification to let me know when Round Rock comes to town. We're going to have to make this happen. Yeah, I will be cheering on the Jungle Cat. 100% I'll be cheering on the Jungle Cat. Absolutely. We don't want anybody. I said this already, talking about prospects coming up. We don't root for anybody to fail. I surely want to see the Jungle Cat do well. All right, let's get the game day stuff out of the way. We all know what happened. 2-0 win. Yeah, look, Brian, I'm with you. Really important homestand. Super important homestand. You got, 9 games now, 8 left. I really think you got to go 6-3 at minimum on this homestand. I think 5-4 would be a disappointment. 6-3 or 7-2 on this homestand. I really feel like that's got to be the bar. Disagree if you want, but I think 6-3 is right where you got to be. And of course, if you can do 7-2, 8-1, something crazy like that, that would be heavenly. But at least go 6-3 here. That would be the ideal. Keep going. Appreciate the follow, Nick. Thank you so much, my guy. And thank you, anybody that followed off of the reel that I put out yesterday. Welcome. Thank you. Anybody that's followed during the show today, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. We just do this pretty much every game. If you're brand new to the show, we talk Rangers baseball. We'll talk a little bit about the opposition as well here and there. We talk about big stories around the league. Obviously, a big focus on Texas, but we'll definitely breach a bunch of topics throughout the course of the hour and a half show that we do after every Texas Rangers game. Sometimes in the 8th or 9th inning, we hop on and go live as well. In fact, we've been doing that a lot this year. So definitely keep coming back and hanging out. We'll be here all weekend talking Rangers baseball as they play the Detroit Tigers. Braves and A's 100% beatable. I mean, the Braves are like 10 games under 500. The A's, about the same thing. You've got to win the series against the Braves and the A's. And after winning tonight, you really should take this Detroit series. So 6-3 would mean you win 2 out of 3 in every series. And I think that's very doable. 7-2 means you probably sweep a series, which I think you could probably pull off against either the A's or the Braves. I think the Scoople game is going to be tough, but baseball is a beautiful sport for a reason. You can beat any team on any given night, even if you are not a great baseball team or if you're playing a really good pitcher. More worried about the A's than the Braves. Yeah, look, it is weird to say out loud. Appreciate the comment, by the way, my guy. I never love when we play the A's. I just got to be real with you guys. I feel like anytime we play the A's, it feels like a coin flip, whether they come to our house or we go up to the Northwest. Whenever we go to the Northwest, it's a bit of a house of horrors for Texas. So I feel a little better playing at home, but I don't love the A's. It's just a team that we've always, I feel like, had kind of an up and down relationship with. We do win some series. I'm not going to act like they beat us every time, but this feels like it's always a question mark. What's going to happen in the A's series? I don't know. I'm with you, Jack. They feel like they've been a problem forever. And Brent Rooker, bro, is like coming for this league, man. I loved what I saw from Brent Rooker. So it's an easy guy to cheer for. He just seems like a very down-to-earth dude. I found myself cheering for him in the All-Star game. Clearly, I don't want to see him beat up on the Rangers, but I really enjoyed watching Brent Rooker mash in the home run derby, in the All-Star game itself, the 3-run bomb that brought the AL back, and then in the swing-off. I thought Brent Rooker was about to be MVP. Really, he probably should have won it if Aaron Boone would have had his entire arsenal at his disposal, right? No Judge. You didn't have Vladimir Guerrero. You could have had a much better lineup, but a bunch of those dudes had already gone home. I was a little bit pissed off at Aaron Boone for a second there, but as you get a little bit more context, he didn't have all his bullets, man. Judge had left the stadium. A bunch of dudes were cold and had already showered and changed. But anyways, Brent Rooker, we'll get a good look at him when he comes to Arlington early next week. Yeah, Brent Rooker definitely has played Texas well. I'd have to look at the splits, but we'll do a little bit of Brent Rooker deep dive before the A series for sure. Keep going. Ryan, you might be onto something with Young. The comment is, and we've made this conclusion, kind of drawn the conclusion as well. Before the wrist injury, Josh Young had elite exit velocity and advanced stats. Injury to the wrist in early 2024 after a really good start to the season for Josh Young. And he hasn't quite had the same numbers since. The exit velo, the hard hit rate, it's all been down. In 2023, it was a lot of red on that Baseball Savant page for Josh Young. I think there is something to be said that the wrist injury has affected him. Whether he'll tell you that or not, I don't know if he's really been asked point blank. But I think it's a very logical conclusion. When you've got elite hard hit and exit velocity numbers pre-injury and then post-injury, you're one of the worst percentiles in the league when it comes to exit velocity and hard hit rate. I don't think you have to be a baseball savant to figure out what may have happened there. DeGrom did not get to pitch in the All-Star game, by the way. He was there. He got interviewed. I appreciate that he brought the fam along and he represented the Rangers. But no, he did not get to pitch. I thought maybe he would do like the bullpen day thing. You know, like guys are going to throw a bullpen day anyways, throw about an inning's worth of pitches, but they decided just to give him a bunch of rest. I don't think anybody can argue with that. Let's see what we got. Appreciate the follows. Adolis Gold Glove. Silver Slugger for Seager, I think definitely could be a possibility. Adolis Gold Glove, I feel like is getting to be a foregone conclusion. He would have to really start sucking out in the field. I think right now it's a pretty much done deal at this point. He's probably winning that Gold Glove. I did think Hobie Milner should have been an all-star. You guys heard me say that a million times. Shame on the players a little bit. I know that the players vote on the pitchers. Shame on the players a little bit, man. You didn't vote in Evo. You didn't vote in Hobie. I don't know. I got a little bit of a bone to pick with the player voting, man. I don't know what they got to do. They got to fix the all-star voting a little bit. I know that for the longest time, the fans have been the ones that are the majority voters for the offense. That's fine. But for the pitching, we got to figure out something. There's no reason that the MLB ERA leader should have been left off the AL All-Star roster. The ERA leader in all of Major League Baseball. And I had some people coming at me, oh, he missed 3 weeks. Dude, he's got like 20 less innings than DeGrom. Come on now. The MLB ERA leader should be at the freaking All-Star game. It's not rocket science. Yeah, Seager, clutch. I mean, those are just two synonymous words. Seager and clutch go hand in hand. I'm glad Evo got the bonus, Richie. I thought that was a super classy move. You know that there are free agents, potential free agents around the league, seeing how the Rangers are treating their players. I think it's a very, very classy move to give Evo the 100K bonus. CY, Fenstermaker, all those dudes, good on them, pat on the back. I think that was the right thing to do, 1,000,000%. For the love of God, please let JP Sears throw before they face the Rangers. JP Sears turns into like prime Clayton Kershaw when he faces the Rangers. I don't know who the A's are throwing, but I also pray, Ryan, that JP Sears is nowhere near a mound in Arlington when the A's come to town. Ninja, yeah, Jazz really flamed out in the home run derby, didn't he? I can't say I had that on my bingo card. I actually thought he was going to put together a pretty good show, but Langford would have been great. Ninja Edits, appreciate this comment. Appreciate you tuning in, by the way, my guy. I think Wyatt Langford would be an outstanding home run derby choice. And I'm a little surprised they didn't offer it to him. I know that Wyatt isn't necessarily like a household name. I do think we'll see Wyatt Langford in a home run derby. Dude hits the ball harder than almost, I would say, a strong majority of the league. Dude's hard hit rate off the charts. Got to fix the sweet spot. Got to fix the trajectories and the line drives. Got to have a little bit more line drive in his game. It's a lot of pop-up, a lot of strikeout, a lot of ground ball. We need more line drives from Wyatt. I absolutely think he's going to be in a home run derby before his career is over. Been saying Robert Garcia for closer. He's been the closer, though, right? Robert Garcia's been the closer, so I don't necessarily think that's like anything brand new. He's been really good, I feel like, or really bad. Like, you saw what happened in the Houston outing. He's either coming into a game and walking people and just not looking sharp, and you can tell almost immediately, or he's coming in and getting strikeouts and looking deadly. I wish Robert Garcia could be a little bit more consistent. All right, let me keep going here. They should have had Evo and Mize this series to prove who's the better pitcher. I don't think anybody thinks Mize is a better pitcher than Evo, but look, I appreciate the sentiment. That would have been fun. That would have been fun for sure. Let's see. Cody Freeman, second player in franchise history to make his MLB debut as a pinch runner and score. Cool. Very cool. I just get notifications from the Rangers beat writers. That was from Jared Sandler. Yeah, they did give Evo a bonus. Absolutely. Who do I think the Rangers are going to try to trade for? I really am curious what they decide to do. I think CY has said a couple of different times that the bullpen is the priority. So I imagine if we're going to be spending money to go get a player, I think it's going to be on a bullpen piece. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't make a ton of noise with offensive pieces. Maybe you go get Ozuna, but look, I think it is a legitimate concern. I don't know how many of you guys are in the know, but Marcell Ozuna is dealing with a hip injury. I don't know if Texas really wants to touch that. He is going to essentially be nursing that hip injury the rest of the season. So I don't know how much I want to really go out and get an injured, a compromised Marcell Ozuna. I definitely don't want to give up anything like Cole Drake, for example. I saw a couple of like Cole Drake straight up for Ozuna. No, thank you. I'll keep Cole Drake. I don't want an injured Ozuna. Now, if we want to trade some low A, high A guys, maybe some guys in Hub City or down at Hickory, I could see that potentially. But I don't want to go trade a Cole Drake or a guy that could potentially contribute as soon as next year for a dude that's going to be nursing a hip injury for the rest of the season. And look, with Jock coming back, with Berger coming back, with some bats coming back, I almost wonder if they're going to do the whole, look, it's kind of like acquiring somebody at the deadline. We get Jock Peterson back, it's like making a trade acquisition. You know how they try and spin it positively for all of us that are dying for a big blockbuster move. I am just not holding my breath that Texas is going to go make some big time move. I really don't think that's going to happen. I think they might go get kind of a savvy, quality, low-key bat, but I don't think it's going to be a big bat. Would I be here for it for the right price? Absolutely, but I just don't think the Rangers are going to do it. Hobie for closer. I like Hobie in high leverage. I like Hobie situationally in late innings. I don't know if you want to make Hobie bona fide closer, Jack. Look, if they did it, I would support it. I wouldn't be trashing it. But if you're just giving me my pick, I don't think Hobie needs to be bona fide closer. Jock's coming back, I want to say, in August at some point. I don't think it's going to be by July. Teodo, I don't think is going to be ready. I think he's actually had a little bit of an up and down year in AAA. I don't think he's been like super sharp or deadly in AAA, so I don't think Teodo is going to be this year at all. The Smith at bat won the game. We did talk about that, Michael. Appreciate the comment, by the way, my guy. Josh Smith walking with 2 outs in the 8th. Seager's going to get all the love, rightfully so. But Josh Smith's walk with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th to set up the Seager at bat, it's huge. You guys heard me complain so much at the beginning of the year when Marcus Semien was struggling. We leave Corey Seager standing in the on-deck circle so often. To start this year, it was like every game. We'd be leaving Corey Seager in the on-deck circle, and he would have to lead off an inning. So for Josh Smith to work that walk, give Corey Seager an opportunity with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, huge. So I'm with you. Josh Smith needs a lot of respect for that AB. And if you're going to give Corey Seager a lot of love tonight, it wouldn't have happened without that walk from Josh Smith. I'm with you on that one. Michael, gold comment of the night for sure. Hey, Phil, appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, my guy. Did we get lucky getting Corbin? I would say no, only because Chris Young has a track record of going and getting these veteran guys. And credit to the Rangers and their pitching staff and the coaching. They have a knack for turning these guys who are kind of on the back nine of their careers into quality arms. They did it with Yates. They did it with Robertson. They've done it with Corbin. So I don't call it luck. I think they have demonstrated a knack for finding this talent, these guys that are aging, still getting a little bit in the tank out of them. And here we go. So I don't call it luck. I call it skill at this point. Should we use John Gray as the closer? Andrew, appreciate the comment. I think that's being considered. They've said that they're going to stretch out John Gray, so he's ready for anything, but I think him in the bullpen is like a legitimate thing at this point. I wouldn't be upset at it at all. I'm not a big fan of trading any top 10 or even top 15 prospects, but if you could trade like a top 25 prospect, like a guy 16 through 25, I wouldn't mind that. I don't think you need to be trading any top 15 prospects this year unless you are getting a super high quality bat that's controllable. It has to be controllable, has to be a super high quality bat. Otherwise, I don't want to see anybody in the top 15 in the farm system get traded. No. Let's keep it rolling. What about putting Spores there? Sporzy's going to be back in a couple of weeks, maybe less. I think Spores, by the way, is in Frisco right now. So if any of y'all want to go support Josh Spores, he's at Frisco doing his rehab assignment. That's going to be very helpful. If you can add Spores and then you can add Gray to the bullpen, that helps a lot. And Spores, I think, definitely will be a late inning candidate. John Gray could be as well. So anybody that's a little bit shaky feeling about the back end of the pen, I think Spores coming back, Gray coming back, it's going to be huge. I think with Spores, you just are hoping the guy can stay healthy. Right, last year, they brought him back. He wasn't really ready. They kind of had to rush him back a little bit. The season was hanging in the balance. Just make sure Spores is healthy, please. That would be my big request with him. Dane Dunning trade, I think, was necessary. You are trying to clear salary room. Dane was making over $2 million, so you clear $2 million. I think Ruiz is making a little over $1 million, so you basically profited $2 or $3 million in that trade for Dane Dunning. That money is going to start stacking and adding up. So I do think it was a necessary trade. Garabito is like in Japan or something, isn't he? Garabito, I think, went to Asia to play ball. So I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that idea is going to fly, my guy. Kumar Rocker is either good or bad. Rocker, actually, we talked about this. Yes, he had a bad outing last time, but Rock actually, before the last outing, before the break, he had like 5 starts in a row, not giving up more than 2 earned runs. So Rocker has actually been pretty good. He had that one rough start. I really am interested to see how he bounces back tomorrow. If he gets lit up tomorrow, yes, I think we'll all be a little concerned. I think the Rangers are privately hoping Rocker can be a 4th or 5th starter. I think they want to use John Gray in the pen, if at all possible. I don't think they want to mess with Rocker's development. So I absolutely think the plan privately, Rock keeps pitching well. And then you've got Gray in the bullpen, Malley coming back in August. That, I think, is what's going to end up happening. I hope Rocker can figure it out and continue to be consistent. Is Kimbrel still with the organization? Yes. Kimbrel is still with the organization. By the way, 5-1 right now, Round Rock. Let's see. How did we get the runs? How did we score some runs here? Let's go. So we had Hellman homer, Krim hit a homer, Josh Young homered. Josh Young 3-run homer. Okay. Josh Young 3-run homer in Vegas. All right. That's a good sign, y'all. That is a good sign. Josh Young with the 3-run bomb in the 4th inning. It's 5-1 Round Rock right now. Okay, Josh Young. He heard us. He heard y'all. The ears were burning a little bit. He's not that far away right now. He's about 15 or 20 minutes down the road from me. Shoot. Josh Young letting everybody know he's still here. 3-run bomb. How about it? There we go. Hard Chuck, yeah, look, it was about a week without lives. We missed the entire Houston series, and we were like remote too. We did a little camping in Utah. It was a blast. It was fun. We actually had a little bit of car issues. That kind of sucked, but it all worked out. But it was actually kind of nice to get a break, but I definitely missed going live, especially during the Houston series, man. Y'all know I would have been on one during that Houston series. And look, all the trolls and all the haters that like to swing by after every Rangers L. Would have been nice to do a little trash talking, but you know what? We'll get another opportunity. Drew, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you. They did look rusty tonight. Going to the Rangers game on the 25th, so that'll be the Braves. Going to the Braves game. Good stuff, Colin. Good stuff. Reed, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Good stuff tonight, guys. Young heard I was coming to the game. Hey, I'd love to see him this weekend. I would love to see him this weekend. I'm seriously going to try and go not to the full game, maybe to a few innings. That would be fun. I almost feel like it's my obligation to get out there at this point. All right, Round Rock, again, 5-1. Josh Young hits a 3-run bomb against the Vegas Aviators. Good for him. Good for him. Now hitting 231 with a 682 OPS in Round Rock. They did look a little bit rough. Look, Tellez, Josh, thanks for the comment. Tellez, I told y'all last night, I know not everybody was here. I think the Tellez move is not going to be anything super special. That is a giant of a man, by the way. Bro is like, what, 6'5", 270? I mean, that is a giant of a man. I don't know if he is going to be an impact bat for us, but shoot. Dude's a tank. I think the Tellez move is interesting, but I don't necessarily feel like it's going to amount to a whole lot. The Aviators are the A's affiliate. They're the Athletics AAA team. Beautiful stadium. If you ever get a chance to get out here to Vegas, clearly the A's are going to be on the Strip here in a few years, but the Aviators ballpark is beautiful. Beautiful ballpark. You got like the Red Rock Mountains and the backdrop, left field. It's great. It is a beautiful park. Look, it's outdoors in the summertime. It's pretty hot here in Vegas in the summertime. It's actually pretty bearable right now. We're kind of getting a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of rain actually. And so it's actually probably a decent time for Round Rock to come to town. Last week it was like 115. I think it's in the 90s, low 100s this week. So it's actually pretty nice. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Hey, ZP, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mitchell, no, it's probably my swamp cooler, my guy. I think y'all know I'm out in the garage here. I got to do whatever I can to stay cool. So we got the swamp cooler running. So if y'all hear the water, that's probably what it is. Crazy important question. What do you throw first, rock, paper, scissors? I'm probably going to go scissors for whatever reason. Scissors. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, Mitchell. Look, I know y'all get a little bit of background noise. YouTube, you guys probably don't get quite as much because I got my mic hooked up. But on the phone, you guys on TikTok, you're on the phone right now. I probably could set up the noise cancellation a little bit better with the phone mic. Whatever. Y'all know, I just keep it real with you. We're out in the garage. We got a couple flies buzzing around. But yeah, the swamp cooler makes it bearable out here. We need 2013 Joe Nathan right now. That would be nice. I would take 2013 Joe Nathan. That would be incredible to have a shutdown closer type. How about Coco Cordero? Can we get Coco back? Can he still throw? Let's get Coco back, man. By the way, Coco Cordero, Rangers single season record for most saves. Little Rangers history for you. Wife got this for me for Father's Day, I want to say. It was either for my birthday or Father's Day. It's on Fanatics. I actually really like this hat. I forget what it's called, the type of hat. The A-frame. A-frame hats I really like. They fit me really well. I don't know if I just got a weird shaped head or what, but I really like the A-frame hats that they're coming out with. Aroldis, look, he was another guy, kind of what I would call barf bag pitcher, like, bro could be lights out or drive you absolutely off the ledge. So Aroldis, I don't know. I'm not necessarily missing him right now. That being said, I think considering what we have in the pen at this moment, he would probably be a nice addition. Jonah and Kyle, man. Look, you got to get Kyle Higashioka out to California more often, man. Get the man out to his roots a little bit more frequently, especially if he's in a slump. Apparently, bro just needs to do a little California roadie, and he gets right. Because ever since he stepped foot in San Diego and LA, he has been on fire. So good for Kyle Higashioka. Jonah Heim had a nice double tonight as well. The two-catcher lineup comes through. The two-catcher lineup finally comes through. I love it. I love it. Aroldis did scare me too. I mean, that's what I mean. When I say barf bag, it's like he would come in and he would walk a couple of guys. Maybe he'd get out of it, or he would come in and just be pumping strikes and nobody could hit him. Aroldis definitely, I think, would be a nice addition to this year's pen. But I can't say I'm like, man, I would love to have him back. I don't know. Keep going. Rangers should go out and get someone like Walker Buehler or a young guy like Spence. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Aroldis has had a good year. He was an all-star. Aroldis was an all-star this year. We keep going. What else we got? Do I think the Dane Dunning move was to free up some money for a trade? Yes. Absolutely it was. Absolutely. I think that was priority number one. Dane had actually pitched pretty well, but you wanted to free up $2-3 million so you could potentially make some trade acquisitions without going over the luxury tax threshold. It is Evo on the bump on Sunday. Nathan Eovaldi. Yes, sir. And Tarek Skubal opposing him on Sunday Night Baseball. Good stuff. Sunday Night Baseball is going to be straight fire, man. I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be good. Hey, Locke, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Great win. We're going to be wrapping up the show here in just a little bit. It's going to be a little preview of tomorrow's game. I'll definitely hit up the comment section one last time, and then we will pretty much be closing it up for the night. But let me go ahead and do a little AL West roundup with you guys, and we will go from there. Natalie, I'm with you. CY is a little handcuffed. Fenster maker, CY, they're a little handcuffed by the ownership in that luxury tax, but they are doing everything they possibly can to free up space and put themselves in a position to potentially make some moves. If the Rangers have a really good homestand, it is going to be hard not to be buying at the deadline. I think if they ho-hum it the next 8 games, yeah, look, CY might have an easier time explaining why they didn't buy. If the Rangers go 6-3, 7-3, it's going to be hard not to be buyers, big-time buyers at the deadline. Oh, yes, Houston and Seattle get to beat up on each other this weekend? Yes, please. Yes, please. Seattle, by the way, up 1-0. 7th inning. That game's in Seattle. A tough one, but I'm gonna say go Seattle. I know that they are technically the closest team to us. I really don't care who wins. I'm gonna say go Seattle. Make the division interesting, just because I like watching the Astros fans have to squirm a little bit. So look, 1-0 right now. We'll see how that game goes. Angels beat the Phillies 6-5. So we're slightly ahead of LA right now in the standings. LA is 48-49. Phillies lose at home to the Angels. All right, then. And the A's lost 8-6 to the Guardians. So, look, a little bit of ground to be gained in the division and in the wild card today. Let's go to the wild card standings, by the way. Texas, with the win, is now 3 games out. And I think that there is obviously the Seattle game that's yet to be determined. So if Seattle were to lose, the Rangers would only be 2.5 games out of a playoff spot. Boston, they finally lost, and the Yankees lost as well today. So you had a couple of teams ahead in the AL wildcard, ahead of the Rangers, dropping games. So good game to win today to take advantage of some teams ahead that were losing. I hope so. I hope it is our time. Yates just gave up a homer. Ouch. Ouch. Yates, I don't think, has been the same. I mean, that's looking like a good move that the Rangers did not pick him up. Look, I missed what Yates was last year. Don't get me wrong. I was interested in Texas bringing him back, but Kirby is at, I believe, a 3.90 ERA right now, and that might have just gone up a little bit over 4. So Kirby not having quite the same year with the Dodgers. All right, let's preview the game for tomorrow, and I'll continue to take comments along the way. What else we got? Jock's coming back in August, I want to say. I'm totally with you on this one. Slam to Jackson. Appreciate all the comments tonight, my guy. Yeah, Sunday night's going to be must-watch TV. Must-watch TV. Antonio, good to see you, man. Yeah, it was a great win. Absolutely a great win. You were there tonight, right? Good stuff, man. Keep going. Go every game. Just go every game, man. Like, we need all the good luck charms we can get. Seriously. Home run by Vegas makes it 5-2. Round Rock still up on the Aviators. Josh Young with a 3-run bomb tonight for Round Rock, who is in Las Vegas tonight. I was telling everybody earlier, I'm going to have to make it over there to a game, at least for a few innings. You know, with the little ones, I can't really do a full niner, but I will at least try and make it out for a little bit. All right, tomorrow's game, Montero versus Rocker. Let's do the numbers each lineup has against each opposing pitcher. See if there's any trends that we can notice. Let's do Rangers first. So Montero, by the way, 4.02 ERA. It doesn't look like, wow, this is going to be a short preview because neither team, except for Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez has 2 ABs against Montero, the Detroit Tigers' probable starter for Saturday's game. He's 0 for 2. Nobody else on either side has a career AB against the opposing pitcher. No Tiger has an AB against Rocker. No Ranger, besides Rowdy Tellez, has an AB against Montero. Let's look and see what Montero has done over his last 3 starts. Montero went 3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs against Seattle right before the break. Had a nice start against Tampa Bay, 6 innings, 1 earned run. And then also had a nice start against Pittsburgh, 5 innings, 1 earned run. So he's been actually pretty solid. He's got a 4.02 ERA on the season. Let's see how he fares against the Rangers. Rangers are a little bit of a different animal at home. The offense looked definitely quite rusty tonight. The Corey Seager hit, clearly awesome, but you would love to see the offense come out with a little bit more firepower tomorrow. That would be ideal. Yep, youngster coming in hot, man. 3-run bomb. He heard people kind of talking a little bit. Josh Young hitting 200. Not doing that great down in AAA. He said, let me go ahead and change the narrative. Let me go ahead and mix it up a little bit right quick. So Josh Young tonight, 1 for 4 with a 3-run bomb. Does have 2 strikeouts, but good to see that from Josh Young. Did I see the Acuna throw against New York? No, but I'll have to check that out. Rough game for Wyatt. Yeah, Wyatt is definitely just boom or bust right now. He is either hitting the ball really hard and getting extra bases or a home run, or he is popping it up, striking out, or hitting a ground ball right at somebody. So I'm with you. A little bit of a rough game for Wyatt Langford. Yeah, a little bit concerned about him. I've said it multiple times over the past few weeks. The Rangers really need Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter to start getting consistent. You just got to start getting consistent production from some of those young guys. When those guys are consistent, the offense looks totally different. It just takes the offense to a completely different level. When those guys suck, the offense feels really lifeless, minus Simeon and Seager and a couple of other guys here and there. But tonight, Wyatt Langford, we look at the box score. He was, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Didn't quite get the golden sombrero because he didn't get 4 ABs. We had, by the way, a couple other 0-fers. Carter was 0 for 2, did have a walk. Rowdy Tellez 0 for in his Rangers debut. And then we had Marcus Simeon going 0 for 4 as well. Josh Smith was 0 for, but he did have a huge walk. Patrick Corbin, we sung his praises, 5 2/3, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks. So whip under 1 for today's game. Lowers the ERA to 3.91, adds in 6K. Armstrong, Martin, Garcia go 3 1/3 scoreless in relief with 3 Ks. Only allow 2 base runners over the last 3 1/3 innings. It was a collective effort tonight. Armstrong, 3.12 ERA. Martin lowers his ERA to 2.14 on the year. Robert Garcia, 2.87 ERA. This has been a really solid bullpen. I know that we have our differing opinions about some of these guys, and some of them have had their ups and downs, but by and large, it has been a very solid pen. Real quick, can we talk a little bit about Chase Lee? Chase Lee, of course, was traded from the Rangers farm system last year in the Carson Kelly, Andrew Chafin trade, and he had a pretty big strikeout tonight, and you know he had to be feeling good coming off the mound. Chase Lee, not like a killer season, but 3.66 ERA, 1.09 whip, 30 strikeouts in 32 innings. I think it's safe to say he's been pretty solid. The Rangers drafted him in 2021, 6th round pick, 164th overall, Alabama college that he went to. That had to feel good, though, man. That strikeout that he had. Who did he strike out? It was Wyatt Langford, wasn't it? I think he struck out Wyatt Langford looking. You know he had to feel good coming off that mound, man. ETA on Tyler Mahle, Sean, I think is going to be August from what I've heard. August ETA. Hey, appreciate, by the way, all of my paid subscribers, all of my paid members on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for your support of the show. We don't take any support here for granted, whether it's a like, a follow, you share the live, you watch the live. It's all awesome. But I did open up a couple months ago a monthly subscription, $2.99 a month, gets you access to our exclusive Right on Rangers Discord. If you love what we're doing here at the show, you appreciate me and the content that I've been putting out, I would greatly be grateful if you went ahead and considered a subscription. You hit that subscribe button right next to the chat. And then if you are on YouTube or if you're on X, I'll drop a little link in the chat for you guys. Thank you for considering. Whether you become a paid member, paid subscriber or not, it's all good. Totally an optional thing. But if you want to take your support to the next level, here's that link for you if you're on YouTube or X. And again, if you're on TikTok, subscribe button is in the bottom left corner of your screen right next to the chat. Appreciate you considering it. Thank you so much. Let's wrap up the show. I'm going to do last second comments here, and then we're going to log off. Rowdy changed the walk-up song. What was the walk-up song? What was that walk-up song? I want to hear this. A Rosarina homer to put Mariners up 1-0. Yep, saw 1-0. Go get Ty France. I don't know, man. Ty France, where did he leave off? I'd have to look up where Ty France left off with his career and where he's at. Isn't he with the Twins right now? Yeah, with the Twins. And he's batting .248 with a .666, little ominous OPS. I don't know if I'm a big Ty France fan. I feel like we got a lot of guys with a stat line like this. I don't know. I'm not sure who the Rangers are going to go out and get bat-wise if it's not going to be one of the big names. Hunter Goodman, I don't think we're going to go get Hunter Goodman with Malcolm Moore being your number 2-3 prospect, whatever he is. I mean, look, if they go make the move, I'll get behind it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a little bit leery about them going and out and getting a big-name prospect catcher. I still kind of consider Goodman to be a bit of a prospect. Rockies, they don't have a lot of dudes up right now. He was an all-star. I think he's got a good bat. I think he is pretty good behind the plate as well. But with Malcolm Moore, I'm just not sure the Rangers spend farm capital on Hunter Goodman. Appreciate you guys. Hey, what's good? Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a good summer. Let's see. Yes, I do, Mac Daddy. Carter, let me see. Let me look him up, though. I don't want to say yes. The name sounds super familiar. Let me look him up. Yeah, so let's see. Oregon guy and let's see where he got drafted and all that stuff. I want to look at this. Want to see this. Yeah, I do remember him. Stowers would be a great ad if Adolis gets traded. There you go. Shortstop on your travel team. That's awesome. That is awesome. It's fun, all the little connections, man. Really is. I think Ryan O'Hearn's a big interest. I think he's going to be a very interesting piece for a lot of teams. Always used Thunderstruck, and now he switched it up. Don't even remember what it was. That's how unforgettable it was. Maybe he needs to go back to the AC/DC, man. King Tuck, you having a little bit of a tough time tonight. I thought y'all were going to be able to handle the Mariners a little better than this, man. What's going on? 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th still, from what it looks like. 6-2 now, Round Rock. Blaine Krim just hit his second home run of the game down in Round Rock. Well, in Vegas. The Round Rock Express out here in Las Vegas playing the Aviators. Blaine Krim hits his second home run of the ball game. I told you, I was a little surprised they chose Foscue over Krim. Krim is killing it. Dude's almost got a 950 OPS. I thought the Krim Reaper, Antonio, I'm going to give you credit for that one. I thought the Krim Reaper was going to be getting the call over Foscue. But look, clearly they've got a different plan in mind. But Krim Reaper with 2 bombs in Vegas tonight. That's what's up, man. What if I told you you got Nick Gonzalez to change his walk-up song? Impressive. I'd be impressed. Garver with the nuke? Garv Sauce just went yard? What happened? Garv Sauce goes yard to center field on Sousa. Hello. Let's go, man. Look, I know that the Mariners are ahead of us, and so maybe it would be better if the Mariners lost, but I'm kind of low-key here for a Mariners dub over the Astros. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Texas on fire. It feels that way. I'm trying not to get too high. I try not to get too high or too low. It's going well right now. I hope that we can get a series win, another win tomorrow, secure the series dub, and then you're playing with house money against Scooble with Evo throwing on Sunday Night Baseball. I love playing with house money. And when you got your best pitcher, one of your best pitchers throwing while you play with house money, yes, please. Let's see. What else? Are we good? Foscue is terrible. Yeah, Foscue has not been great. That's why I was really thinking probably Krim would be the guy, but I'm going to be as big of a Foscue supporter as I can be. It is probably going to be his last year in the Rangers organization unless he really steps it up. I can't see them sending him back down to AAA again. I think he's kind of at a put up or shut up spot. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is my prediction if Foscue cannot show you something right now. Patrick Corbin's birthday today? Good for him. What'd you say, Hard Chuck? What did I miss, man? 230 in AA. Who? Is anyone else kind of surprised Walcott is rated as high as he is? Oh, I will say this, Hard Chuck. I haven't watched enough Walcott games to really know, is the hard contact there? Like, what's the advanced stats like? You know what I mean? Like, I haven't watched enough to really be able to comment super well on Walcott, but I will agree with you in that I was surprised that the stats were a little lower. I was surprised. Slam to Jackson, my guy. Thank you. Appreciate the generosity and the support of the channel, man. Thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Hey, do me a favor, since YouTube doesn't have like the DMs and all that stuff, which is frustrating for me. Go ahead and send me an email. It's just austin@rightonrangers.com. Send me an email so I can get you hooked up with the Discord, man. I'm going to love having you as a part of that Discord community, my guy. So thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. That is going to be awesome having you in the Discord. So send me an email after the show so that way I can get you all the details on the Discord, get you signed up, all that good stuff. Austin@rightonrangers.com. Thank you again so much, my guy. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you for becoming a member today. Nice t-shirt. Yeah. Look, City Connect. I was thinking going full City Connect, but I love this hat. I love the navy blue hat. Wife got it for me for birthday, Father's Day. It's on Fanatics if you want to buy it. I keep saying I need to get my own Fanatics store up so I can send y'all some links. You guys, look, yeah, I know y'all like to help me out wherever you can. I really do need to get my Fanatics store up in order so that way y'all can just have a bunch of easy links, all the stuff that I wear. And you guys can put a few pennies in my pocket in the process, man. So I need to get on that. I'm being lazy with it. All right, let me keep going here. We're going to wrap things up for tonight. Rangers 2025 World Series champs. Okay. I said at the beginning of the year, I see ALCS appearance. I don't know if we make it to the World Series and win it all. Clearly, I want to see that. I think the Rangers can win the wild card round and a divisional round and make it to the ALCS. I do think that is a very reasonable outcome. Winning the World Series or making it to the World Series, that's tough. Only 2 teams can do that and have the opportunity to do it. I do think an ALCS berth is something that this squad can definitely put together with the pitching that they have, with some of the players that they have on offense. Obviously, the offense needs to step it up a little bit, right? But I don't think that that is a wild prediction. What if we traded for Garv Sauce? I think that Garv Sauce is definitely a sentimental ad. He would be great. But Garv Sauce, to me, is a guy that you probably want to just let alone. I know that we did it with like Robbie Grossman. And look, I love Mitch Garver. I'm just not a fan of bringing back guys that are a little bit over the hill. Garv is hitting 227 with a 686 OPS. Like I said, with some other options, we've got guys that have that stat line. Like, give me a guy that at least is hitting over 700 with the OPS. I love Mitch Garver. I don't know if he is the answer at this point. All right, Big Game James, you still hanging out? Please beat the Stros for us, my guy. Thank you for coming by, Big Game James. Always love having you on the show. Look, the Mariners series, that was a fun one. And it was fun watching Cal Raleigh dominate in the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby for sure. I know you were happy. I was thinking about you, man. Thank you for your support of the show, and I sure would love to see you guys beat the Stros tonight. We primed the pump for you before the All-Star break. Y'all can just go ahead and continue the beatdown in Seattle. That's the plan. How does on-base slugging percentage equal OPS? On-base plus slugging is OPS, right? It's on-base plus slugging, right? That's OPS. I don't know if that's what you were needing for dots to be connected. You know what? I feel really awful, but it was really only a couple of years ago. I'm just being real with you. I keep it real. We don't have any egos here on the show. I tell you guys where I'm weak or where I got it wrong. Like, it was probably only 2 or 3 years ago that I really officially understood OPS in its entirety and like how they calculate slugging percentage. On base, I knew. I obviously know batting average. I knew on base, but slugging and OPS, it took me a second to wrap my arms around that one. It's probably like a few years ago that I really understood it. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Look, the advanced stats is something that I've been getting into a lot more since I've really launched the channel. But for a while, I was like tried and true OBP guy. Batting average, yeah, but I always was like OBP guy. But lately, OPS, slugging, been looking into it a lot more. And clearly a lot of the advanced stats on Baseball Savant, I enjoy looking at as well. But look, I know to the casual fan, it's a lot of lingo and jargon that's somewhat complicated and a little bit esoteric, so I don't blame anybody. Let's see, what do we got going on? Looks like Houston scoring some runs here. Did they just homer? Don't tell me they just hit a home run. Don't tell me Houston just hit a home run. I'm not watching it live. I'm watching it on game day right now. Please don't tell me they just hit a bomb. Okay, it's just 2-1 now. Paredes just doubled in Matthews. So it's 2-1. Brash is pitching. Brash is giving up runs? I love Brash, man. I love the repertoire, the arsenal that Brash has. I was really impressed with him. Shocked that he's given up a run here. See if the Astros can hold on here, or hold off, I should say, on scoring anymore. You're going for Houston? Look, I said it. I don't really care that much about the outcome of this game. The Mariners and the Astros just need to beat up on each other. I want to see a 2 out of 3. I don't want to see a sweep either way. I want to see a 2 out of 3 series. Give me Astros losing twice, Mariners losing once. I would love that. I don't want to sweep either way, though. Rangers do need a solid closer for sure. Slider is wicked. The brash off speed is wicked. I really like Matt Brash and what he brings. Look like Cal Raleigh. Why, thank you. That's about like the 6th or 7th Cal Raleigh comp. I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, slam to Jackson, 100%. The math on all the numbers, it's hard to calculate. But like I said, since this has kind of become a second job for me, I have dedicated myself to understanding all the ins and outs a little bit better. But it's tough. I'm with you. It's hard for me to root for the Astros, even if it means the Rangers gaining ground on the wild card. It's hard. It's hard. All right, y'all. I got to take off. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 8th or 9th inning. Appreciate so much all the support of the show today, the comments. We had a bunch of new followers today. We had somebody brand new, Slam to Jackson. Thank you again. Becoming an official member of the show. Once more, if you want to become a member or a subscriber on TikTok, take your support of the show to the next level. $2.99 a month gets you exclusive access to our Right on Rangers Discord, priority replies in the comments section, in lives, and in the videos we post as well. Slam to Jackson, thank you again, my guy. Anybody thinking about it in YouTube or X, there's the link once more for you. And again, on TikTok, bottom left corner of your screen, real small subscribe button. Thank you for considering it. But look, if you don't become a member or a subscriber today, please know how much I appreciate you being here, supporting the show in other ways. It means a lot. We don't take anything for granted. Let's see. Anything else? If only we locked down Hader. I'm actually okay that we didn't get Hader. Hader's expensive. I'm actually okay that we passed on him. Would he be nice to have? Yes. Would we probably not have other guys as a result of giving Hader $100 million? Yeah, the team would probably look a little different. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow, Saturday. Tomorrow's game, by the way, computer, come on. Don't go slow on me now. Don't start lagging on me now. What do we got for game time tomorrow? We got a little day game tomorrow. We got a little night game tomorrow. We got a little night game tomorrow. 5:05 Texas time start, so about the same time. We got all night games this weekend, honestly. Here we go. I'm here for it. I'll take it. It's a little cooler in the garage at night anyways, so that's a good thing for me. Rather would have kept Chapman. Yeah, look, Chapman would be nice to have, especially considering the bullpen. I don't find myself pining for the guy, but he would be nice to have considering the pieces we have right now. All right, y'all. Have a good Friday night. Brian, have a good one. Thank you, my guy. Thanks for hanging out, supporting the show. Appreciate you, brother. We will see you tomorrow. As I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.